Hello guys, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to do an update about some orchids that I've moved outdoors. Now I have moved my Miltoniopsis, my Oncidiums and my Masdevallia orchids because the temperatures are quite right for them, and for my cattleys I will need to wait a little bit more because I need temperatures in the nighttime of at least 10 Celsius. So let's get started. The first one, it's my Oncidium Lazio, and he has grown a very good root system. I know Donna has lost her one because of Fusarium, and I don't know if this one had it too because she gave me a division, but for me it's looking great. I didn't see any blooms so far, but I will guess he is still adjusting to my environment. Next I have Miltoniopsis Guido's Dream that I got from Ecogenera a few months ago, and I know this orchid had Fusarium. So far I have sprayed it with a fungicide 2 times and it seems to be good. I can see he is growing some root tips here, so that is a good sign. I'm happy that the fungicide entered into the vascular system of the orchid, and I knew this orchid had Fusarium from the moment I have seen that it is such a big plant, but it never bloomed before. So for me that was an indication, and when I have tested and I have cut into the rhizome, I have seen the purple ring, so that is that. This one, it is my Oncostele Geyser Gold, and I'm going to sell this one because I'm a little bit bored right now with it. I don't like anymore that much the blooms. Here I'm trying to save on Dendrobium Akatsuki. I think that was its idea, I don't remember exactly right now. Here are my Pleiones that I think won't bloom this year. I don't see any buds, and the leaves are already quite big, so I guess I will need to wait for next year for them to bloom. Here I have my beautiful Oncidium Tiny Twinkle Cinnamon, and I am happy to say I have a very nice spike here that is developing nicely. Here is the Oncidium Twinkle White that I got from Orchid Garden a few months ago. It's doing, let's say, pretty good. It has a lot of new growth all over the place, but it doesn't have all that many roots, and it's not very stable in the pot. Here I can see I have some new growth that rotted away, so I need to take care of that. I think I had some water in them, and the temperatures in the nighttime were too low for the water to evaporate. And here is a beautiful orchid. This is a Miltonia crossed with Binotii, and I got this orchid from Rachel, and it has grown quite nicely for me. It has produced this big pseudobulb here that refused to bloom this season, and I have checked it for Fusarium. It went positive, so that was the reason for it refusing to bloom, but also it had snails, and now I have treated it, so the orchid will produce a good root system from these 2 new growths, and from this one too, so it will recover, but it will need a little bit more time for that. Here is my Beallara Dunn Gothic. This is an amazing orchid, and the blooms are so pretty. I cannot wait to show it to you in full bloom. Now I have a big new growth here, and this pseudobulb didn't bloom because it was maturing when I have repotted the orchid, so now it's adjusting to its new environment. It is a new orchid. I have bought it this winter, but I forgot to do a haul video for it. And here is another one. This is Brassidostella Gilded Tower Mystic Maze. This orchid, I don't know what happened with it. It has a very good root system, but the 2 new growths that she has produced this one and this other one. Besides the fact that are smaller, didn't spike for me. That is quite weird, but I will hope she will do that from these two new growths when they will mature. Now let me show you. Here is a huge orchid. This is a Dendrobium nobile yellow song canary. I need to replace the tag. I think I will do something. I think I will cut the old canes because they are starting to lose all the leaves, and the orchid has a very good number of new growths. I think I have 6 or 7 new growths on it, and there is no reason for me keeping the old canes. I will just cut them. Here is a very sad orchid. This is Oncidium Cherry Baby Sweet Fragrance that I got from Pleione, and we have tested together. It has Fusarium. I have sprayed it and I hope it will recover. I will not reuse water from this orchid because at this point the orchid, the Fusarium, it is in stage 2, so it will only spread by cutting tools and sharing water. Here is my Alessiara Tahitian Dancer that I got from Rachel also, and it's doing amazing for me. It is full of new roots and it has a very big and vigorous new growth. You have seen this orchid in bloom a few months ago, and if you didn't watch that video, you have a link in the description of this video, so you can go and check it there. Here is another beautiful Dendrobium, Yellow Magic Festival, and here I have the same situation. I have quite big new growths, as you can see. She has still a few blooms, but I don't really care these ones. I am more interested in the growth of these new canes because I really want to cut the old ones. I have some stunts here too that I need to remove, but it's doing good for me. The canes are quite tall, so I think they will reach the maximum capacity, so they will be at least this tall. Here is my Oncidium Katrin Zock. We have repotted this orchid together. It was full of snails, and now I am happy to say it's producing some very nice roots here. And the new growths are starting to grow bigger and bigger, so I cannot wait to see this orchid again in bloom. Here is my Beallara Peggy Ruth Carpenter Gem, and you have seen this orchid in full bloom. She was amazing. She had some very beautiful blooms, but when I have decided to repot her, I have cut into the rhizome and I have seen that she has Fusarium. So even though the orchid had Fusarium, it didn't show me any signs. The pseudobulbs were okay, only growing a little bit slower, and the root system wasn't all that great, and that was my indication for Fusarium. And this is a very badly infested one. This is my Beallara Tahoma Glacier, and this orchid is very badly infected with Fusarium. As you can see, the new growth has grown quite weird, and it's trying to imitate a spiral or something like that. Anyway, the leaves are very crickety like and accordion shaped like, and I don't like it. It didn't bloom for me, and it took 2 years to grow these shoots. So yeah, I have just sprayed with some fungicides, and I know it will do better this season because the fungicide will help it get rid of Fusarium, and if not, it will go into the bin. That's it. Here is a very naughty Dendrobium. This is the Spring Dream Apollon one, and it is growing huge. Just look at the height of these canes. They are huge, they are bigger than the previous ones, but it is just refusing to bloom. I have tried to bring it a little bit closer, each cane from the other, because it was way too tall, and because of the high wind we have sometimes, it was falling down, and I hope this year it will get all season, because when I have purchased it, I purchased it in full bloom in the late summer, and that was about 2 years ago. and I know he needs a little bit more time to fully adjust to my environment, and he is still a little bit confused of the season we are in. Here is my Dendrobium unknown. It's not looking all that good in this setup. I don't like how it's looking like, so I think I will move it into a smaller pot. Here is an amazing Miltoniopsis. It's growing so nicely. This is my Miltoniopsis firewater red butterfly, and it's growing nicely for me this year, and it's growing this new shoot that it seems it will be bigger than the previous ones. After I have repotted it, it didn't have any roots, and we can see that it has produced some smaller new growths, but now it's trying to produce them bigger and bigger, which is a very good indication all the time. Also, all my Miltoniopsis have been sprayed with that fungicide, and they are starting to produce more roots because of the spring. And yeah, this is my Oncidium Nelly Eiler, and it's growing so nicely. It's producing some more roots into the medium, and I'm happy to be able to save it. It didn't have any good roots when I have purchased it. Here is my Miltoniopsis pink no ID. This is a pink with white. I will show you a picture. It's doing good. It has a lot of roots, and it's loving this medium. It's loving semi-hydro. Here is a Miltoniopsis Newton's fall that is quite sick. It killed all the old pseudo bulbs. They actually rotted away, and now I'm trying to save 2 new growths. I will see if I will manage to. They had some roots, and I see they are producing some new growth, so I'm hoping they will do good. Here is my Miltoniopsis Marius Ujama crossed with Alexander. You have seen this orchid in bloom, and it's growing 2 new growths for me, and they are also producing a lot of new roots. I hope I will be able to show to you actually. Here you go. And I think you can see here in the pot I have some roots that are going down. She's doing very good. She's saved. Here is my Miltoniopsis Herr Alexander that is maturing this growth, and I hope I will get some blooms from him because it is a very fragrant one, and I have a lot of roots that are growing here, so that is good. A lovely growing root tip here. This is my Miltoniopsis second love that is still maturing this big new growth. It's looking very nice, and it has a lot of roots in the growing medium. You can see a growing root tip there. This is a sad looking Miltoniopsis Catalina de Alvarado. I have got this orchid from my Cohenera with Fusarium, and it's just starting to recover from it. It didn't have any roots, and now it's growing these 2 new growths, so I hope I will manage to save it. I hope so. I can see the pseudo bulbs aren't getting shriveled, so that is good at least. Here is my Masdevallia Huyana Pichu that is growing very nicely. It's growing so many new growths. You can see here, and roots, and I can see the new spikes starting to grow bigger and bigger. I hope you can see down into this sheet. That is a spike. And here is my Masdevallia Ignea. It is also outdoors because right now we are having some cold weather, and I think it will love the difference in temperature between day and night. It's doing good. It didn't die so far, so I'm happy with that. My Dendrobium Lodigesii, it's looking a little bit weird, and I think it had Fusarium too. It didn't bloom this season, but I have sprayed it, and I hope it will recover. I know it has a good root system, so that is good. My Cymbidium no ID refused to bloom, and it's starting to grow some new growths. So I have lost my hope to find out what it is. And here it is my Beallara Marfich Hoar's Dream. I got this orchid from Equahenera with no roots and a very big and purple ring on the rhizome, so I'm trying to save it. It seems to like outside. It's growing this new growth, this one, and this one here, and although they seem a little bit wrinkly, this is because they didn't have any roots, but it has been sprayed with the fungicides, and it seems to start to grow a little bit faster now. Here is my Paphiopedilum American hybrid. It's growing quite fast because of the higher light. Now it's not, because it's only April sun, it is not too strong, so he likes that. And here is my Dendrobium Berry Oda. He's doing good, he's growing. The new growths I already have 3 new growths that have matured, so that is nice. I hope the next season I will have more blooms from it. Here is my Dendrobium Measuko Sugiyama March. It has grown this new growth here and it's looking quite nicely. So far I cannot see any new growths nor blooms, and I have tried to apply a little bit of cakey paste here, so I hope I will get a cakey there. I want to have a bushier orchid. This orchid is beautiful. Here is my Zygopetalum. No idea, he's doing really good. He seems to enjoy outdoors. He's growing a new growth, as you can see. He's doing really nice. And here is my Dendrobium Sweet Pinky Love. He's growing nicely, the new growths are getting bigger and bigger, and it will become a very bushy and nice orchid in no time. And this is pretty much all for today, guys. If this is the first time you are watching a video on my channel, I hope you will subscribe to it so you can stay up to date with all my orchid videos. Thank you for watching and see you all next time. Bye!